Welcome to Health and Wellness with Eva, where all your health and wellness needs are the main priority. Please join your host Eva as we journey through getting to know the mind and the body for a healthier and happier you. Tune in on Mondays at 4 p.m. or live on South Florida's True Oldies radio station at 8 p.m. Give us a call at 765-425-7445. Let the show begin.
Well, hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I hope you are all doing well in this mid-December, I will say, right? It'll be Christmas here before we know it. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Excited you are all here. I also have a friend joining today. Cynthia, do I have you on? I don't see you, so we'll wait for her to jump on. We have a lot of oh, there she is. We have a lot of information to share today. We are so excited you are all here. Of course, we're going to talk about health and wellness, which is so important. That is always our topic, right? How do we get healthier? How do we get to feel better? And of course, take our health and wellness back into our own hands and start that repair process naturally and organically, right? The way our bodies were meant to be. And so the other thing I want to talk about today is also opportunity, because we're at that time of year, things are wrapping up, right? And so people are now looking for an opportunity to, perhaps bring in another stream of income into their home. Perhaps they're looking to supplement income, or to maybe retire early, or maybe they just want to work from home because they're tired of the rat race, right? So we're going to discuss that today as well, and how some folks would be able to get involved if they chose to. And of course, also reaping the tax deductions this year and being ready to start your new year just with a bang, right? So we have a lot of stuff to cover today. So Cynthia, welcome to the call. I'm so excited you're here today.
Oh, thank you
Good
for
to see
inviting me,
you.
Eva. Very happy to be here.
Thank you, thank you. So we're going to talk a little bit about our patches, and how important it is to allow our bodies to start that repair process naturally and organically, the way it was meant to be, right? And of course, we have found these amazing patches that are truly life-changing, and I know you've had great results with them. I know I have, and of course, thousands and thousands of testimonies. So what I'd like to do is maybe ask you to share how these have impacted your life, your health and wellness, and kind of what you're looking for in the future.
Sure. Thank you, Eva. I'm glad to share. So first of all, I'm from Ohio, and my background, I worked in the dental field for about 20 years, but then my husband and I ventured into the restaurant business. But I think maybe one thing I just want to share is, I don't know if any of you can relate to this, but, you know, I just hit 65 this last year. And it's so funny, Eva, because my husband really gets excited when I get mail about all of that. And, he welcomed me to the 65 club. But one of the things that, I was always told is, man, when you hit 60, you're going to start hurting. You're going to have aches and pains. And, I hit 60 and it was smooth sailing, 60, 61, 62. But suddenly when I hit 63, I don't know what happened. But I started having some joint pain. And maybe there's some of you that can relate to that. But I had a little hard time. Like, I'm sitting in my office chair in my office slash guest room. And after I would sit here for maybe a half an hour or so, when I started to get up, I would have pain and stiffness and, trying to get up out of the chair. I also started having some knee issues. So I had trouble being able to put weight on my knee. So being able to go up and down the steps became challenging. And so, right away when I found out about these patches, I mean, not only was I interested in the income opportunity, but I was also interested in how these patches could work for me. And so I put on the Liberty patch right away, and I started noticing that my knee wasn't giving out on me, and the stiffness that I was having an easier time getting up out of my chair. And then I also started using the Defend patch, and I know Eva's probably going to go over these patches a little bit, but the Defend patch really also helped, I think, reduce inflammation in my body, because that's when I noticed after, I'm going to say maybe into my first week, I could then start going up and down the stairs normally. And I've just been really blessed, Eva, that you introduced this to me, and the results that I've gotten is just, it's been life changing, really. And I'll tell you what, you don't ever want to go a day without them once you put them on, because one time, Eva, I left the house and I had forgotten, after I'd taken my shower, I'd forgotten to put my patches on, and I left the house and I could tell a difference. So I could hardly wait, to come home. But I carry my patches with me everywhere now. They are with me. I carry them in my car. I have them in my purse. So I never have an excuse to be without them. But they've just been life changing for me. Thank you for introducing them to me.
Of course, of course. And what's nice is that you're able to take your health and wellness into your own hands and not have to worry about taking medications and certain things, because you did have issues, and medication was a big part of that, right?
Yes. Yes. Oh, let me tell you about that, Eva. So every now and then, you'll have maybe a backache or something like that. That for me, I get those occasionally. And before, my options were to take either, like a anti-inflammatory, like maybe over the counter, like Motrin, or a prescription if I was really needing to bring out the big guns, right? And the thing is, when I take those hardcore prescription medication, my body doesn't like it. I get lightheaded. I feel drugged. It upsets my stomach. It literally, my pain may be better, but I am not feeling my best. And so I don't like to take any pills or anything like that, because it definitely affects, me and the ability to be able to do the things I want to do. For sure. So I love just being able to put a patch on. So if I have a backache now, instead of reaching for the Motrin or the big guns, as far as the narcotic, I literally just put on my Freedom Patch. And so
Mhm.
thank goodness I don't have to worry about those those
Right,
upset
right.
tummies anymore. Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing too with medication is, and in your case, right, it wasn't just, taking the meds to help with the pain or whatever you had going on, but then you had to deal with the side effects that came along with it, right?
Right.
So what's
Yeah.
worse, the pain or the upset stomach or the lightheadedness or. And so
Right.
now, when I say that, folks, is there a time and a place for medication? Of course there is, but not for everyday health and wellness, obviously. And
Yeah.
Cynthia, you're a walking billboard because you were able to, you know, take, your health and wellness back into your own hands and not have to take the medications, which
Right.
harm other things in our bodies. So
Absolutely. I don't
good
have
for
to worry
you.
about, liver, having some issues with liver or, upset tummies anymore. So it's just been a heaven sent. You've been my angel. So happy.
I love it. I love it. And there's nothing more important than our health and wellness, right? And that's what we have our hands on, is we have our hands on a technology that has no ingredients, which is, there's a blessing right there, right? Because we don't need
Yeah.
one more crazy thing going into our bodies. So no ingredients, no side effects, right? The
Right.
results are pretty quick, right? Once you start using them, and they help with so many different issues that people have. I mean, anything from sleep, right? To any kind of stress or anxiety going on, aches and pains, due to different issues. Of course, you mentioned the Defend patch, which is my favorite patch. That is for immune support. And we're going into those months now where people are starting to, you know, get sick and get flus and get, germs are out there, right? Weather changes. And so it's so important to protect our immune system, which is a system that really protects a lot of our body because of all the other systems that we have going on, right? So it's so
Yes.
important to really put a shield around us, if you will, to protect us and get us through these months and really throughout the year. I mean, I've been traveling like crazy. I've actually I started traveling back in October. I spent a whole month in Florida, and then I came home for a minute, and then I left, went to Arizona. Was I was there for 2 weeks. Just got home yesterday, and I leave tomorrow for Chicago. So think about all that traveling and all those people and all the, and I feel amazing, right? And I can just go,
Mhm.
go, go. And it's not who I was a year ago, right? And so, and I don't care who's sneezing and who's coughing and who's doing what, because I have a defend patch on and I can move, right? And so it truly is a blessing. Also, our REM patch is really important because, people do need to sleep better. Have you experimented with that at all, Cynthia?
So
The
I
REM
sleep
patch?
amazing. I've
Okay,
not really had to use the REM patch because I sleep really, really good. But I
good.
have some people that are using the REM patch that are getting a
Hmm.
great night's sleep, but really deeper sleep. And as you
Hmm.
know, I mean, sleep is one of the most important things because that's when our body does truly heal and kind of rejuvenate. So being able to get that deep sleep is really, really important. How about you? Do you use the REM patch or have you had
No, I have
success?
not. Yeah, I have not because my husband says I take my sleeping seriously. So he so when I go to bed, when my head hits that pillow, it's time to go to bed. And
Right.
so I think he has experimented with it and he absolutely loved it. So I know it works for him. I know there's some other people that have been using it that has truly been life changing for a lot of people because, again, that's when our bodies heal and repair when we have that deep sleep. And right
Right.
now, the other one I want to really kind of focus on a little bit too, even though we have a focus patch, but I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on our peace patch because,
Uh-huh.
we're in that holiday season where it's exciting for a lot
Yeah.
of folks. Um, it's a little stressful for some folks,
Mm.
and then it's a little depressing for some folks, right? Because some have lost loved ones or they're alone, or the holidays can be stressful just because people are under pressure. Oh my God, I got to go to this party, that party, the other party, right? I have to buy gifts, I have to clean the house, do this, do that, right? And everything that comes
Yes.
with it. And so that would be a good patch for those folks that are feeling a little overwhelmed to wear during the holiday season. Now, is that one that you have experimented with it or no?
Yes. Yes,
Have
and
you?
I think I love what you're saying, Eva, because one of the things I love about the peace patch is it does just help me feel calmer.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, even just your ordinary day-to-day things sometimes can be stressful. I mean, if you're driving to work and you're in traffic, some of you may be driving home from work right now, and that can be very stressful. Traveling, getting on airplanes and things like that can be stressful. So just even like normal day-to-day things, your job or, kids, if any of you have kids or teenagers, you may, really benefit from the peace patch. But I think that one of the things I really love about that is, a lot of people are having to take prescription medication for
Yeah.
anxiety and stress. And to be able to just, put a patch on and to be able to not have to worry about anything affecting your body is absolutely amazing. So I've used it. Not every single day. I don't feel like I need it every single day, but
Right.
if I feel like I'm going to be under stress or if I'm under stressed and feel just like I need to put it on, I put it on. And I just feel like this calmness that comes over me, Eva. It's kind of hard to explain, but I just feel like I can take a deep breath and relax and just go about my day without those, stressors on me, weighing me down.
Right. Exactly. And the other thing too, uh, that right now for a lot of kids, it's finals. And so
Hmm.
that's a great patch for those kids, right? They're having finals right
Right.
now. A lot of college kids are doing finals right now. And boy, talk about stress, right? And
Right.
so that's a great patch for them as well. Because
Yes.
again, it's just for just trying to get through, the stressful time of the year. And
Right. Can
so,
you talk about that, Eva, about, how safe this is. Doesn't matter how old you are or,
Oh my
anything at all.
gosh.
I think you mentioned
Yes,
kids. I think that's
absolutely.
good to touch on.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you have no ingredients, right, and there's nothing going into your body, every single person can wear these patches. It doesn't matter if you're 2 or 102, right? Especially the defend patch for immune system, right? To keep our immune system healthy. I mean, can you imagine all the kids in school with all the germs and all that? You know how little kids are, right? And one
Yes.
of them always has a sniffle going on. And so, of course, you know
Yes.
what happens when it comes home, then everybody gets it, right? And so that's a good point because it's so important to keep our little ones healthy as well. And it could be,
Yes.
with just the interaction in school, or it could be maybe, they're a little stressed because, maybe their school is a little bit difficult for them, or it could be maybe they're not understanding a lot of things in class, which our focus patch is great for that as well, because it helps to keep you focused, right, on task. And so I know we've had a lot of parents that have come back to us and said, "Oh my God, they aced their homework, right? They did
Right.
great on their testing. They're seeing how their children are being more focused, and so they're getting better grades." And so, and of course, when you do good, you want to do better, right? Now you're empowered, and it's helping these kids to empower themselves to even want to do better. So those are two
Yes.
patches definitely that will help the children as well,
Mhm.
going through stressful times, or perhaps something's going on at home, or maybe a loss
Mhm.
of a loved one, or maybe a divorce or something. And, we don't realize, but they get just as affected, if not more, than,
Yes.
the adults, right? And so um, those are two very, very important patches that the children can use as well. So
And
absolutely. And
back in the
what,
day, I was just going to
mhm,
say, even on that note, before parents, their only alternative, the doctors would want to write a prescription and put them on something that would affect their appetite. And
mhm,
a lot of these kids are already have a high maybe metabolism already. They're oftentimes underweight. So the
mhm.
last thing you want to do is put them on something that not only is going to affect them maybe in a negative way, but also affect their appetite. So it's wonderful to have
Absolutely.
something that they don't have
Yeah.
to worry about
Yeah, we don't need to have children on medication, that is for sure. And when we come back, because we're going to go to commercial, is let's talk about, the holidays and how people can, take advantage of this great opportunity. So we'll be right back with my special guest, Cynthia, today. So we'll see you right after the commercial.
Today we're going to talk about our REM patch. This is the world's first and only drug-free sleep patch. Let's get a little background on sleep neurology to understand what the REM patch does and how it works. Every physical, emotional, and psychological function has a neural code that controls and regulates it. Neural codes are just signals transmitted as brainwaves. Sleep is also a physiological function that is managed by these complex signals. Neural networks are how different regions of the brain interact with each other through neural signals. Leading studies show that sleep states can be better synchronized if these regions interact in a well-balanced way. A key neural network for good sleep is the hypothalamic cortical network. Well-balanced interaction of the neural signals in this network is shown to be important for the initiation and maintenance of healthy human sleep. So how do we improve this neural network? Easy. We apply the REM Super Patch. The REM Super Patch has this very intricate and special pattern of ridges on it. It's like a QR code. However, when these ridges on the pattern come in contact with our skin, they stimulate skin sensors that generate and send a very complex signal to our brain that helps balance the sleep network. We already know that our skin absorbs and transmits information from many different types of stimulation, including light, heat, and cold. With the REM Super Patch, the skin uses our sense of touch to absorb and transmit the information. In fact, a recent study shows with statistical significance that the REM patch helped people sleep better without drugs, supplements, lifestyle, or diet changes. The REM patch is an amazing solution for healthy and better sleep.
Welcome back to Health and Wellness with Eva. We hope you're feeling recharged and ready to dive back into our journey towards wellness. Stay with us as we continue to share valuable information and inspiration. We're here to support your goals, so let's make the most of this time together. Without further ado, back to the Heart of Wellness with your host, Eva.
All right, welcome back, everyone. And I have my partner in crime today, Cynthia, who is also joining me here. And we're talking about health and wellness. So if you want some more information, go to mypatchqueen.com. There's all kinds of information there, and you can also reach out to me as well. And I'd be happy to dive in a little deeper with you and helping you achieve your health and wellness needs. So welcome back, Cynthia. Glad to have you here.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Yeah.
So Eva, can we dive in and talk about one of my most favorite topics is the opportunity. So
Sure,
I know that
absolutely.
you've had some amazing success. You've had lots of traditional businesses. You've made millions of dollars in that industry. So let's talk about the opportunity. What was it about this that really got your attention?
Well, I've always been in health and wellness. That's always been a passion of mine. That's how I was raised, right? To take care of our bodies and to, be mindful of, what we eat, how we eat, and so on and so forth. So I've always been intrigued by that. I've also used many products throughout my life that enhanced health and wellness, right? I did a lot of juices, different juices that were out. I didn't really do a lot with pills, per se, because of absorption reasons and bioavailability, but juices were important to me. Just a lot of nutritional, products, anything liquid, I geared more towards, right? And so, that was very exciting to me. And I knew that I was using something that was enhancing what my body needed or was doing, right? Now, and I say that because you asked me why this. This is brilliant because we don't have to worry about ingredients, right? We don't have to worry about lugging things around. It's like with my travel schedule that I mentioned earlier, right? I've been gone since October, back and forth. And can you imagine lugging around juices or lugging around, all this stuff, right? And so this attracted it to me. I was attracted to this because number one, there are no ingredients. And we don't have to worry about side effects or something harmful coming into our bodies, right? Also, this can be used on children because a lot of those, lotions and potions and juices and things out there, children are not able to take. So that was very important to me. The other thing that was important to me, it's easy to use, right? You put on a patch, go about your business. You can travel with them. You just take your little package wherever you go. So it doesn't matter if you're going to an airport, right? Or if you're just driving somewhere, you put them in your pocket and off you go. So that's pretty exciting to me. I thought that, man, I've never traveled so easy with these. They stay on 24 hours. It's not something that you have to do all the time. You put it on and don't worry about it until the next day, except for the REM patch. Obviously, that's only at night when you're sleeping. So that was important. The other two things, because there are two more things that are important. Number one, the FDA registration. That is so important because that means the product does what it says it does. And so many companies are out there with all these, lotions and potions and different things, and they have no FDA registration. So no one has checked out the product to say, yes, it is safe. Yes, it does work. Yes, So that was important to me. And the most important thing of all is it's affordable. Because what good is it to have a product that you get amazing results if no one, can afford to use it, right? Or afford to buy it. And so these patches are so affordable that anybody can have them, right? And so those were the things I was looking at, cutting edge, right? No competition, which is like, tell me that's not a godsend, right? When you have something that is safe for every single person on the face of the earth, also every single person on the face of the earth needs at least one patch, right? If not more, but at least one. It's safe for every single person and everyone can afford it. I think that's a win-win-win-win. So how do you say no to this, right? I mean, I couldn't get in fast enough.
No
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah.
So I love
Hmm.
that. I can understand. And, I know, Eva, you have a lot of medical professionals, health professionals here. So what is it about this that's really captured their attention?
Yeah, and exactly all those things I just mentioned, and we have everyone from, MDs, surgeons, OBGYNs, dentists, chiropractors, massage therapists. I mean, name it, right? There isn't one person in the medical profession that is not on this team. Why is that? Because again, they're looking for natural alternatives for their patients, for their clients, right? And when they see that they can take someone off some kind of a crazy medication that's causing them all these other issues, all these side effects, and they can have them use something that allows the body to heal and repair itself, I mean, for them, that's a no-brainer, right? And so that's why so many doctors and so many, healthcare professionals are jumping in because, again, they saw that value that I saw. They saw that, this is truly life changing for so many folks. And that is so important. And not only that, but we have athletes, that are coming on board. We have people that are in the sports arenas, just again, uh, and I'm going to say this, that the magic is not in the patches. The magic is in the body. The patches just allow the body to start that repair process naturally and organically, right? And of course, they've given me my life back. And so that's huge when you can put on a patch and just go about your life and not only impact your life, but the lives of thousands of people. That's big. So yeah,
Right.
that's what I was attracted to. Hmm.
So, Eva, I know that you've had a lot of success in many other businesses, and this
Hmm.
business model is pretty phenomenal. So, what would you say for somebody that might be looking at this opportunity? Um,
Hmm.
Talk about, why now might be a good time for them to get started. You mentioned we happen to be in the middle of December, so people are busy. So, what would be the most important thing for them to do as far as timing and getting started?
Hmm. Well, timing is everything, right? And we're at the beginning of what is going to disrupt health and wellness as we know it. And we're also at the beginning of, this is going to disrupt this industry. So I came from a traditional business background. So I've opened and operated over 43 traditional businesses, everything from restaurants, retail, salons, sports bars, name it, I've done it. But I didn't have the freedom. So yes, we were very successful. We went on to make millions of dollars, but those businesses consumed us, right? And so I was looking for time freedom. When I was introduced to this industry, I thought, are you kidding me? Like, what? This is the best kept secret. Because for me, where else can you help others achieve physical and financial health? In nothing else other than this industry, right? And so even though my businesses were very successful, we were very successful, we employed thousands of people, and yes, I did give people jobs, but it wasn't life changing. I wasn't able to impact anyone's life, right? Where here, I'm doing that because I'm helping people get healthier and wealthier for those that truly are looking for an opportunity, right? And what is the opportunity? To help people get healthier. So the more people you help, right, the more, because people say, well, how do you do this business? Help a lot of people get healthy. That's
Mhm.
it. I mean, that's what we do, right? We help people get healthy. So if you want to become wealthy, help people get healthy because one doesn't go without the other. You can't just say, well, I'm just going to join this business and I'm going to make millions of dollars. No, not if you're not willing to help anyone, right? And so this is
Right.
the best time to join. Why? Because it's close to the end of the year. So you're going to receive a tax deduction, right? Because you're opening up a business. So that's very important. Number two, instead of buying stuff that we don't need this holiday season, buy the gift of health and wellness. Gift it to people, right? I mean, do we need one more candle? Do we need one more shirt? Do we need one more? You know what I mean, right? Because people, will
Yeah.
spend money on all this stuff and it's just stuff, and half of that stuff gets regifted anyways, right? So why don't we switch that? Why don't we give people health and wellness? First of all, do it for yourself. Give yourself health and wellness, right? And then share health and wellness with others. And then if you truly want to make an impact and be free to, and what does financial freedom mean? Well, that means different things for different people, right? What it means to me is being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it with who you want to do it with. That to me is freedom, right? So by
Yes.
helping others, you will achieve that. So, I mean, this is the best time. And the other thing too is the new year's coming. It's only a few weeks away. And so what do people do in the new year? They're looking for new opportunities, right? They're looking to start something new. They're looking to improve their health and wellness, to improve their looks, to improve their body, right? I mean, gyms on January 1 will make millions of dollars because everyone's going to join the gym. And then in February, they're all going to quit. It happens every single year, right? And I mean, you want to own a gym in January, right? And then just close the rest of the year. And I say this because I know it's funny, but it's true. You see this every single year. Where now, by getting in today, getting in now, right? You're ready to go in the new year, and you have something that every single person needs, including yourself. That's huge, right? So not only do you grab the
Absolutely.
tax deduction, but you're ready to go with the biggest thing ever come January 1. So this is the perfect time to do this. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Eva, I heard you say in all of these businesses that you've owned, you and
Hmm.
operated, you've said that you've hired thousands of people. So tell me, how many employees do you have right now working for you?
That's the beautiful thing. None. Zero.
Yay!
Zilch.
Yes, I
No
love that part.
employees. No employees. Now, could you hire an employee? Of course you can. I don't know what for, but I mean, you maybe, I don't know, maybe they answer your calls. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying is this is a business
Yes,
of people. This is a belly to belly business, right? And people,
yes,
Cynthia, people don't know how much you care. I mean, how much you know. They want to know that you care, right? And so people want to be a part of something. People want to join a movement. And that's what we have here. We have a movement. We're creating a movement, right, of health and wellness and freedom. And so what I want to do is I want to lock arms with people that want more out of life, that they're tired of just settling or getting what they were dished out, right? So by
yeah,
getting back your health, right, that's the most important thing we have, obviously. And when you feel better, you do better, right? And so now you can go out
yes,
and share this with others. And the more you share this with, right, the more benefits come your way. And you know what my favorite thing about all this is? I don't have to sell one product. I don't have to sell anything. I don't, that's not me, right? What do? I send people to my website. I'm like, if
hmm,
you're interested in this, go to mypatchqueen.com, look at the information, and you can go in there and you can buy as many of the patches as you would like, right? And if you want to join this opportunity, you're able to do that in there. And then I will go to work with you and help you build an empire if that's what you want to do. But I love that I don't have to run around and sell products because who wants to do that? I don't want to do that, right? And
right,
so
right,
to have a website that people can go to, they can learn about it, they can purchase product, right? They can purchase the patches, or they can join the business if they chose to, right? I mean, that's huge. And I don't have to
yeah,
deliver anything. I don't have to have the UPS truck back up in my driveway, right? Unloading things. The only patches
Yes.
I buy are the patches I use, right? And of course, I have a
Yeah.
few that I share with some people here and there, right? But I mean, that's it. I mean, that to me,
Yeah.
that's how business should be, period.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't have a
Yeah.
garage full of things. You don't have to worry about
No, no,
inventory and all of that, right?
no. Well, I have a garage full of things, but they're not patches. But that's the thing, right? Is, in the old days, that's what people used to do. They used to sell products, whether it was home interiors or candles or makeup or, right? And I remember these ladies, they would lug stuff all through people's homes, right? And have all these
Yes.
parties and do all this stuff. That was the old way of doing business. Today,
Yeah.
we don't do that. Today, we simply share what we have our hands on, just like I did with you. I didn't show up at your house with
Mhm.
all these patches and all this stuff. I just called you and I said, Cynthia, I have my hands on a great opportunity. I'd love to share this with you. If you're interested in health and wellness or perhaps another stream of income, take a look. I'd love your opinion. That's what I said to you. And you looked at it and you said, you know what? I can use these for my health for sure. And then you're like,
Right.
I could stand to make some extra money.
Yeah.
And then you joined the team, right? And then that's it. And so this is how we do business today. We simply share with people, right? What we've experienced, what other people have experienced, and then they can become a member and they can purchase their patches. And then of course, if they want to participate on the business side, all they do is share. And someone one day said to me, they said, well, what if I don't want to do the business? I said, don't tell anybody you're feeling better, right? Because if you don't tell, they won't. And again, I know we laugh, but think about it. When you say to someone that knows you, oh my God, I feel amazing, what's the first thing they're going to ask you? What's going on?
What
What
are
are
you
you
doing?
doing? Right? And as soon as you
That's
tell
right.
them, now they want it, right? So
Right.
if you don't want anyone to know and you want to be in the witness protection program, then don't tell anybody you're feeling good and nobody will ask you, right?
Right.
So, but anyways, I just keep it simple. So, I know we have to go to commercial, but so for those of you that are curious right now, and for those of you that are like, okay, they sound like a fun bunch of group, right? Go to mypatchqueen.com because we really are fun. Check out the information, mypatchqueen.com. And again, you can call me, you can look at the information. There's videos in there, there's links you can click on. And I'll be back with Cynthia here right after the commercial because I love where this is going. We're going to have some fun with this today. So
Yeah.
we'll see
Yeah.
you
Come
back here in
back.
just a minute. Thank you, Cynthia. And I'll
You
see you
bet.
back here in just a minute. Okay.
Today, we're going to talk about our Freedom Patch. This is the world's first and only drug-free, non-invasive, and non-electrical pain patch. To understand how the Freedom Patch works and delivers pain relief, we need to understand a little bit about the neuromatrix of pain and how it works. Every physical, emotional, and psychological function has a neural code that controls and regulates it. The various brain regions and signals that help manage pain are called the neuromatrix of pain. Sometimes these signals get stuck, damaged, or corrupted. This leads to poor pain management. Leading studies show that a well-functioning neuromatrix with synchronized signals can lead to reduced pain. So, how do we help the neuromatrix of pain work better? Easy. Just peel and apply the Freedom Patch to where we are feeling the pain. That could be our shoulder, neck, arm, leg, knee, back, or even hip. The Freedom Super Patch has this intricate and special pattern of ridges. It's like a QR code. We already know that our skin absorbs and transmits information from many different types of stimulation, including light, heat, and cold. With the Freedom Super Patch, the skin uses our sense of touch to absorb and transmit the information. When these ridges in the pattern come in contact with our skin, they stimulate skin sensors that generate and send a very complex signal to our brain that helps balance the neuromatrix of pain. A recent study shows the Freedom Patch helped significantly reduce pain for people within minutes. In fact, the study shows that the Freedom Patch helps with pain from arthritis, myofascial, musculoskeletal, and neuropathy. The Freedom Super Patch is a scientific breakthrough that is FDA registered and comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Just imagine less pain without drugs or related risks. The Freedom Patch is an amazing solution for immediate drug-free pain relief.
Welcome back to Health and Wellness with Eva. We hope you're feeling recharged and ready to dive back into our journey towards wellness. Stay with us as we continue to share valuable information and inspiration. We're here to support your goals, so let's make the most of this time together. Without further ado, back to the Heart of Wellness with your host, Eva.
All right, we are back. Welcome back, everyone. I'm sitting here. We're having a nice conversation with Cynthia, talking about health and wellness and also opportunities. So Cynthia, thank you for joining me today. It's always fun to have people pop in, right? Because you never know where the conversation's going to go. And of course, for more information, go to mypatchqueen.com. There's videos in there. There's a wealth of information, testimonies, and just ways that you also can get involved, whether it's for your physical or financial health. So welcome back, everybody. Cynthia, we stopped at, we were talking about the opportunity, right? And why today? And why today?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Can we dive in a little bit, Eva? Because I think one of the things I love about what we do here is we create freedom with residual income. So would you mind just talking a little bit about the difference between residual income or maybe what people are doing right now in their day-to-day job? Work an hour, get paid an hour kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have our daily, so we have our income that we make by going to work, right? So you go to work, you make X amount of dollars, whether it's salary or hourly, correct? So that's your income that you make. And that's something that you physically have to do yourself. You have to show up, you have to clock in and out, you have to produce, right? There are certain things you have to do to get paid, right? And so most people, that's what they do. Then you have entrepreneurs, business owners, like I was, and they create their income by opening up businesses, by offering services, right? But again, it's something that you have to do. You have to show up and do. So when I was opening up my traditional businesses, I still had to show up somewhere. I still had to do something. It wasn't like you put up this brick and mortar business and now it just operates. It doesn't work that way, right? So you're constantly having to do. So again, even though you may be an entrepreneur and you have a business, you still have to show up and do something, which is okay, but you're always having to show up. Now, there's also something called passive income, right? Passive income is something like investments. You invest X amount of dollars and then you make X amount of dollars. You don't have to show up for that. You don't have to be there for that. You just have to invest and then passively you're receiving some income, okay? And then we have residual income. So what is residual income? Residual income is something that you're building that constantly is coming in. And what it does is you're creating multiple streams. So in other words, with residual income, we're talking about these patches today, right? So every time someone goes to your website and they purchase patches, you may not even know these people, right? I mean, in most cases we don't. But they will go to the website, they will purchase the patches. The patches will be shipped to them from the distribution center, and then we get paid, right? That is residual income. Or you may sponsor someone into the company, you enroll someone into the company, they want to build a business, right? And again, you're getting paid on everything that they do as they're getting paid off, other things, correct? So someone asked me one time, what's the best income? Well, residual income is the best. You don't always have to show up for it. It just happens, right? And so that's what I love about residual income. Passive income is great too, but it takes forever, to get it because again, it's investments, right? So it does take a little bit, longer to get. But the residual happens constantly. And that's what really impressed me about this is that, with my traditional businesses, even though we had a lot of success, like I said, I always had to show up. With residual income, you don't have to show up. I can build this business from the beaches of the world, and I have. I can build this from an airport. I can build this from the comfort of my own home, right? I can build this from anywhere. And so it gives you the freedom. So if you love to travel, oh my gosh, then spend it traveling and then do your business along the way, right? You don't have to be at home if you choose not to. So there's so many ways to do this. And that's what I love about residual income, that you build it and then it just comes automatically. I don't have to go out and sell anything. I don't have to call that customer because that customer is purchasing their patches. They're getting results and they're going to continue to purchase. That's what you call residual income. I hope that made sense. I kind of took you around the world, but I think it was important to explain it.
Oh, I just love the
Yeah.
residual income aspect of this. And,
Yeah.
something that I heard you say, you said that, somebody may go to your website, you don't even know them, and,
Mhm.
and you start making money off of what they do. And so,
Right.
what sometimes I'll hear somebody will ask me, and I'd love to hear how you answer this question, is it one of those
Mhm.
pyramid things?
Oh, that's funny. It's funny because they don't even know what they're saying sometimes because, and I say that not in a bad way, but, they say that because they don't understand. So first of all, it's not a pyramid because I owned 43 of them. So I can honestly tell you it is not. And you're going to say to me, well, okay, that's kind of an oxymoron. So first of all, let's talk about the pyramid thing, right? This was a saying that happened years ago, and people repeated it, right? Because they don't know any different. And this started years ago, and I'll give you a good example. So we'll take an old company. I don't really want to mention names because I don't want to put anyone's company down, but just an older company that started. And let's assume you went and you joined that company because you believed in their products, right? But then, let's assume, you went and you told all your friends and family, you kind of threw up all over them. Oh my God, this is the best soap in the world, or this is the best skincare in the world, and everybody's got to have it, and I'm going to make millions, and blah, 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 blah. And for some reason, you kind of didn't really work the business. It didn't work out for you. And now you're a little embarrassed. So and what they did is instead of saying, I really didn't give it my all, I really didn't, do, good with it. It was easier to just say, well, it didn't really work out. It's one of those pyramid things, the guy at the top makes all the money, which is not true. Now, and I say this, why? Because I owned 43 traditional businesses, right? I was the CEO of those businesses. Guess who made the most money? I did. And then it was my managers, right? And then it was my assistant managers. And then it was the workers, right? And then that was it. But I made the most. Why? Because they were my businesses. It was my investment, right? And so none of those employees could ever make more than me because they were under me, right? And so that's what you would call a pyramid. It's like a hospital, right? Who's going to make the most money in a hospital? Well, the CEO, of course. And then it's the chief of staff, right? And then it's going to be the doctors, and then it's going to be the nurses or the interns, and then it's going to be the nurses, and then it's going to be the the ladies that or men that clean the rooms, and then it's going to be the janitor, and then what I mean, and you get it, right? But no one is ever going to make more than that CEO. That's what happens in traditional businesses. In any, whether it's Walmart, whether it's a hospital, restaurant, it doesn't matter, right? But in here, in this industry, everyone makes the same amount of money, number one. Number two, anybody can pass anybody at any time. So, I enrolled you into this company, right? you can pass me. You can make more than me. Matter of fact, I will help you do that because I don't lose by you making more, right? And so
Right.
that's what I love about residual income. And that's what I love about network marketing. So those pyramid things and all that junk, that was like back in the 50s, right? Today it's 2023 going on 2024. It's a whole different ball game. And if people realized how much success they can have in such a business, they would be coming in here face first and jumping in. But until
Yeah.
we tell them, they don't know, right? So what do? We
Right.
just educate people. We educate people with their health because it's so important to get your health and wellness back. And then, of course, we educate them that, hey, listen, you can open up another stream of income here, right? We can help you make some extra money. And COVID taught people this. I mean, you and I knew this before COVID, but during 2020, people were scrambling to work from home. And a matter of fact, most people work from home because they didn't want to go back to working out there. And so that's important to know. So when you can build a home-based business and capture the tax deductions and everything that comes with it, and also benefit with your physical and financial health, I call that a win-win-win-win. So
Absolutely.
I hope that answered your question on the pyramid
It
thing.
does. It does. And so, Eva, something you just said, if people knew how much money they could make here. So
Mhm,
let's touch on that, okay? Let's
mhm,
say that
mhm.
somebody is watching this right now, or they know somebody that
Right.
might really be looking for a way to make money, and they're not afraid to roll up their sleeves and go to work. How
Sure.
fast, maybe they're struggling with, buying presents or, giving their kids the Christmas that they want to, or even just
Mhm,
putting food on the table, right?
mhm,
How
mhm.
fast can somebody make money here that's not afraid to roll up their sleeves and go to work? And you're going to help them do it, right?
Right.
How fast can they make money? They get
Oh,
started,
fat.
they go to My Patch Queen and they decide to sign up and get started. How fast can they start making money?
Yeah, so you go to mypatchqueen.com, call me, we'll get you enrolled, and you can do it quickly. I mean, you can make money this week, you can make money next week, so as quickly as you want it. And that's the power of what we have our hands in. And that's the power of network marketing, because that's what we do as humans. We network with each other, we share. And the beautiful thing is, you don't have to sell one thing, we just share. So, Cynthia, I want to thank you for joining
Yes.
me today. This has been so much fun. We'll have to do this again because I know
Yes.
like we have so much more to talk about. So, I want to
Yes.
wish everyone a happy week, right? Go be special. Go have a special time with people you love and care about. Go to mypatchqueen.com. Take a look at the information, and I look forward to hearing from you. And we will talk again next week. So, have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye. Be safe.
Thank you for being a part of today's episode of Health and Wellness with Eva. We hope you found today's discussion both enlightening and inspiring. Your encouragement and enthusiasm are what make our wellness community so vibrant. Until next week, Mondays at 4 or live on South Florida's True Oldies radio station at 8 p.m. Keep pursuing a healthier and happier you. Call 765-425-7445 for all your wellness questions.